I noticed that there are quite a few posts about the deep web here, and even though it's against the rules to doubt anything written, I still find a lot of the stories doubtful. As someone who spent years on the deep web primarily to get drugs and use anonymous message boards, I wanted to clear some things up surrounding this. Before I start, I don't recommend that you use the deep web. Even if you find some sites that work, most of the more well-known ones are either inactive or shut down. See, I don't recommend getting too deep into it. You'll get addicted to using the deep web if you keep using it, because the deeper you get, the more you know. The more you know, the more you want to know, so on, so on, so... I would also like to say that the deep web consists of a lot of criminals, and you should not mess with criminals. So watch your step. Think about the deep web as a chasm full of water. Different fish swim in different depths. The deeper they are, the darker things they deal with. No real official hierarchy, so take it with a grain of salt. It's based upon my personal experiences with the deep web, and the further down it is, the harder it is to access. Let's start off with step 1. Step 1, drug dealers, weird porn, anonymous message boards, mostly without child pornography, arms dealers, stolen goods, prostitutes, etc. Not much to say here. Most of these sites can be accessed with a regular Tor browser. Step 2, con artists and organizations roam here. When I say organizations, I don't mean like Microsoft or Google, but extremists, larger gangs. Usually their message boards are either completely inaccessible or highly secured. Don't even bother trying to access these if you're like a layman. It's probably best to stay out of their business anyway. The con artists tend to be people who make themselves out to be hitmen and contraband dealers. Either they're cops or just con artists who want to waste your money on them. Hitmen are rare to come by on the deep web. They don't roam around on sites that can be accessed by a regular Tor client, trust me. Done my research. Step 3, light kid porn message boards, gore sites. This is where you should definitely just fuck off. Don't go there. From what I saw, there's less abuse. And the gore sites aren't like Live Leak or Best Gore, but everything ranging from HD, like talking professional photographs, torture movies, to cell phone pictures of people getting beaten up. It might not sound bad, but it contains very twisted stuff. It's category of gore dedicated to, like, skull raping alive humans. It's where they drill into the victim's skull and, fuck their brains out until the person dies. The person goes missing, they might end up here, I imagine. Step 4, hacking boards, passworded boards, and illegal services like legit hitmen also roam here. So this is where you are very careful. Hacking boards are usually pretty locked, but the more open ones tend to discuss how to create effective malware, good hacking software. For someone with a somewhat tech-savvy background, I can assure you that these guys are definitely professionals. I have no idea what the closed hacking boards spend their time doing, but imagine it's based around organizing huge trafficking attacks and so on. Nobody has any idea what goes on in those passworded boards. The hitmen are here, very obscene, very strict, so if you want to place a hit on someone, you do it exactly like you tell them to. And if you don't, they won't do it. Step 5. Now, this place really takes the cake. It's nearly impossible to access for laymen, and I won't tell you how to do it. It doesn't use .onion addresses, and I'll say that other people from this subreddit have been there, apparently. Don't trust that they're just regular people. There are streaming sites, similar to Twitch.tv, however much laggier and way simpler layouts, dedicated to abusing people and animals in strange ways. Most of the rooms that I've been in there have been relatively cheap, pay like $50 to $100, to have people tortured your way. The layout's pretty easy to navigate. You click on a stream, you can pay to have it done. There's 2-minute stream delays, since it obviously goes through a lot of security to avoid getting busted, like regular streaming sites. There's also popular streamers. Guys cost a whole lot more, but they also use higher quality gear and do more specific tasks. For example, there was a kid around the age of 5, I'd say. got his eyeballs cauterized with a blowtorch for about $2,000. Usually it isn't that expensive, but children don't grow on trees, so the streamers have to charge more for permanent damage. There's a website called Paul's Pressure Tank. The actual URL is different, so don't bother trying, whose name I will not mention due to safety reasons. He created a pressure tank from scratch. It has a lot of features, the obvious one being manipulating pressure, but it can heat up, sort of like a brazen bull. For those who don't know what a brazen bull is, it's like a bowl made from brass with a hatch on top, and the victim is thrown into it, and the bull is heated up. The person is then roasted to death inside the tank. There's a camera, and for a rather large amount of money, like 2 to 5 bitcoins, you can have a person, teenager, adult, or oldie, no discrimination, killed in exactly your way. I don't know what it's capable of, but after seeing a person being roasted alive and another killed due to high pressure, I'm not interested in seeing more. Allegedly, there's sprinklers that can fill the tank with liquid of your choice, acid, hot water, piss, anything. I'm not sure if that's true. It's only a microscopic part of the deep web, and there is much more to see, and much more that I could tell you. I don't want to say more at this moment, since it's already very risky of me to post this on a public site. It isn't exactly a sea of people using these sites, and I would be very easy to find if it wasn't due to the fact that I'm hiding behind a proxy. So, I'll just leave this here. And I hope I cleared some things up. Now, this isn't my main account, so maybe you'll meet me somewhere else.